Okay. I was really proud of our football team. I thought we started the game off the way we wanted to. We were able to go down and get points on our first drive there. I thought our defense played an outstanding football game, especially in the first half. Had several three and outs there, allowed us to kind of gain some momentum. We're able to kind of do what we needed to do, try to create some separation between us and them, and be able to hold on to that at the end. I thought we made some plays on special teams, did some things that we wanted to do to be able to execute at the level we want to play at. And so I think we're getting better and better each week. We just got to continue to keep working. Obviously, Memphis, very, very talented team, well coached, explosive offensively. They put up a lot of points on a bunch of different people. And then defensively, I think they don't get enough credit because they are playing really well, flying around, making tackles. Got several guys leading the conference in some things. And so I know we got our hands full. Memphis is always a tough place to go play. It's a tough environment, especially when you do it on Saturday night. So excited about the opportunity to go up there and play well and get after it.
Take questions for Coach Philip Montgomery. Please star one on your telephone keypad to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
We'll go to Dan Tortora with wakeupcalldt.com.
Good morning, Coach. How are you today?
I'm good, Dan. How are you?
Doing well. 5-2 so far in your second season as Tulsa head coach. Just what you can say about what's clicking, implementing the plan that you had last year, and just how you're seeing it come to fruition a little bit faster this season, this time around.
Well, I think our guys are just more comfortable in what we're doing schematically. I think obviously being a year into it, you've got a year of your off-season program installed now, and they've been through a couple of spring balls, and so I think we're able to do some things, spread the ball around a little bit more. We've had some young guys step up. We've been really beat up the last couple of weeks. We haven't had the whole right side of our line for several weeks now, and guys kind of been in and out. So guys are stepping up and playing well. Last week Trent Martin and Jeremy Brader, neither one of them played. So, I had some young guys step in. I thought they did a nice job, and that's part of hopefully building our program to what we wanted to do, trying to build a little depth, which is hard to do. But proud of our guys and what they're doing. We're just, still punching the clock, trying to get better each and every week.
And then as far as defensively, allowing 40 or more points in 3 games, but you're 2-1 in those games this season. Obviously, the offense has been able to score this season, but what you can say about defensively, maybe some positives you've seen condensing the scores of other teams in the more recent past here.
Well, I think our defense is playing really well, especially early in ball games, and they've kept us in a lot of games, and so really proud of the strides that we've made over there. I think Coach Young and Coach Norwood have done a good job of schematically putting our guys in places where they can make plays, and so I feel good about where our defense is at. Obviously, there's things we want to get better at, things we want to correct, but I think we're on the right track and been really proud of the way they've played all year long.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
We'll now go to Tom Shad with the Memphis Commercial Appeal.
Coach, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. I wanted to ask you, kind of going back to Dan's question about the growth of the program. What's been the biggest jump, I guess, for your program from year 1 to year 2?
The biggest jump, I think defensively we're playing much, much better this season compared to last. I think we're better in the special teams area than we were last year. We're still growing offensively and still finding our identity as we go about it, but I think the biggest thing is just guys are more comfortable in what we're doing. There's no surprises. We've been through a season together, so they know how we're going to react, how we're going to do things. And I think those guys are continuing to get better as we work through it.
And then I also wanted to ask, what's different in terms of preparation, or what differences have you noticed between Mike Norvell's offense and kind of preparing to face them versus Justin Fuente's offense last year?
Well, when we played Justin, he'd been there a while, so he had everything installed, and they were really clicking to what they're doing. I don't want to put words into Mike's mouth. I know when I was in that situation last year, you're still trying to add things as you're going throughout the season, and you're trying to get everything installed, and you're still trying to make sure, the little things are taken care of. And so they've been playing at a really high level offensively, I think, and have been executing at a high level. And so I know he's got to be pleased, but there's other things that I know he's concerned about that, he hasn't got in or still trying to teach guys the little ins and outs of each and every play. And so that part of it as a coach, you want to really press the button and try to get it all done at one time, but it's hard to get done.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll now go to Chris Hummer with 247 Sports.
Hey, Coach. This is a bit off subject, but Sterling Gilbert is going up against Baylor this weekend for the first time in his career. And I know he's never coached there, but he's worked with a lot of guys that have come out of that system, including you. And I was kind of wondering, how much influence do you think Baylor and kind of the culture and scheme there has had on his career?
How much influence?
Yeah, just like the coaching tree that he's
Yeah, I mean, everything that he's doing, he's learned from us. So, I would say it would be pretty heavily influenced.
And what would you say is most taken away from that system coming from y'all's tree?
He's basically, trying to run what we're doing. He's trying to install that offense there, and so, everybody adds their own little twist to whatever they're doing when it becomes their own. But, I think the basic principles and those things are still there.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, we thank you for your time today. We look forward to hearing from you again next week.
All right. Thank you all.
Okay.